Dock it started.
Sorry. Hello everyone, welcome back to Podcast on Wheels, episode number 54, I think. As we said on today's episode, please sit back and enjoy the show. Today, we are discussing a lot. As you guys know, we haven't done one of these episodes in the past
5 months.
Yeah, 5 months. And it's December. And it's the starting of December, and we thought, why not, to bring back the Christmas festivities and holidays, marking a year since this podcast in September hit a year. So we've been a year on this podcast journey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can y'all believe it? And so we wanted to discuss on why we've been gone for this long, and we just wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of it all. So, Donny, do you really have any reasons of why we were gone, or?
Well, okay. So I have a couple of reasons. Number one is basically a lot of stuff happened in our life that happened after we stopped filming in July.
Yes.
I think so.
June or July,
Yeah,
somewhere
so
around that date.
And it was in the midst of every thing happening. Like, obviously, you know that our life is chaotic, and we were doing chemo and surgeries and
which we'll discuss later.
Yeah, and junior year of college was ending and everything, and like, basically, I'm just gonna say our life has just been crazy and hectic. You can watch all of our videos we updated on it. There's been hurricanes and quadriplegic injuries and like deaths, and there's all this constant stuff that you can watch our videos. Me and my husband started this weekly vlog thing on June 13th of 2024, so like almost half a year ago, and you can look at all the weekly vlogs we've ever have. Probably have over 20 weekly vlogs by now, because we've been filming almost half a year of our life every single week, and we just compile it in a video and we send it out every Friday. So that's basically all. Like, you can view our life updates there, what's going on with me and my husband. So yeah.
So my big reason, I think, is the reason why we stopped these is honestly burnout. I felt like with the hour episodes and the festive episodes and just everything that happened in our life between the festive episodes and the episodes now, we just got burnt out. Like, I'm constantly doing videos, like 3 to 2 videos every week, like full-on hardcore editing, especially when it comes to like important videos like my ALS videos and things, and my wife's quadriplegic anniversary. It's only a few more, thank God, until the yearly ones. So I feel like we were just like burnt out and didn't want to worry about a new thing. Like, when we did have time, we just want to relax and be away from YouTube. Like, we had some pretty bad experiences with YouTube in like the past couple months that really made a defining experience that we didn't really want to continue like passing the threshold of what we could share, of like it being too bad where YouTube would try and delete us. And the past experiences with YouTube, we've gotten like some mean comments, like by some comments, I mean like very few. I'm grateful. But one recent one was like something about my voice, like my voice is annoying to listen to, and they couldn't really understand me. I feel like I have a pretty clear voice. Like, I feel like, I don't know why, it has that slurry tone to it, but I think you could really understand almost every clear word I'm saying. But that's a person's opinion. I wrote a video post about that. And another thing, I was writing so many posts in September. Like, when we sort of stopped podcasts, I had to write so much. And I started Weekly Smiles back again when our Instagram account got almost deleted in August. It did. Sorry.
Sadly.
And then our YouTube channel almost got deleted in the same month, I think.
In October.
Yeah, in October. So I just was writing. Like, I had to restart Weekly Smiles, already got me bummed out, so I started writing, and we're on our like 17th, 18th week now. Crazy. Since starting on Tumblr. And we've just been doing a lot. Like, ever since we've done our last episode, like, there's been new production, like new schedules, more writing, and September came along, so I had to write weekly.
October was a hell month.
Oh, God.
I don't want to go into it. It's stupid.
We'll go into it on another podcast. We won't be doing these weekly.
Nope.
As far as I know, I'm not going to set ourselves up for a schedule and us not follow it.
We already have a gruesome schedule already.
Yes.
That's hard to follow anyway.
Yeah, but we will
try to be more frequent with this.
Yeah, frequent. To make it to even episode 60. So it's been a crazy ride since all of the things have happened. So we just want to sit down and discuss some of those things. We won't go into full, complete depth of everything, but we want to sit down for this podcast and just discuss everything that we couldn't fit in one video.
Yep.
So something that doesn't really matter to what has been happening in our life is how we feel about each other. We were talking about this before our episode, and we just wanted to discuss it more on how we feel about each other. And recently in Miss Church's Counseling and Mental Health, we learned about passive, assertive, aggressive, passive-aggressive, like, communication styles. And so we have figured ourselves out of, like, what communication style we are, and wanted to slightly
Very interesting.
we wanted to slightly talk about that. So, Donny?
Okay, so my, like, communication styles are assertive and passive, which sounds very confusing, but assertive means you're not getting overly aggressive, and you're not being sarcastic, and you're not shutting down, or you're not telling people what's wrong. You're telling people in a nice way, and also being respectful to the people around you, saying, you know, this is what I have an issue with. I'm going to say it to you in front of your face like an adult, but also be very nice about it, very calm, and just, you know, calm and collected, and not being overly rude or shutting down. The other one is passive, where I'm very nice. I say sorry a lot. I think you kind of noticed that.
You have, like, the fear of
hurting people's feelings and being disrespectful and rude.
When in all actuality, you just said your mind. Like, you spoke your mind.
Yeah, because I've gotten a lot of hate just for speaking my opinion and my mind. And even if I was being assertive, I'll still get cussed out, and I would still get violated or whatever, just because I was being nice. And the passive is just like, you shut down, and you don't really tell what people's wrong. Well, you don't really tell what people are wrong, you know, like you don't tell your true feelings. Sorry, and like you say sorry a lot, ironically, and then and at some point, after such a long time of holding in your feelings and not feeling like you belonged, like, or say your opinion,
like,
and hold up, sorry,
you're good. Passive right there.
And then you eventually blow up on the people that don't deserve it, or like not blow up in a mean, like, where they're hating.
Sometimes in a derogatory
you just kind of, you just are angry, which I've been getting my whole life. So that's my communication styles. Go ahead, though.
Yes. Mine are a mix between passive-aggressive and aggressive. And that might surprise a lot of people because I seem so respectful in, like, a work community. And I seem like a sophisticated person. I am, in some ways. Not trying to gloat or anything. I am. I've always been that sort of person to have, like, my storyline.
A kinder mindset in a workplace.
Yeah, I have a mindset in, like, the workplace. Like, if something needs to get done, I'll get it done. Sometimes. If it's about my work, and if it's about something I'm really passionate about, you expect me to keep going and going and going and going. But my actual communication styles, the more that I realize, are aggressive and passive-aggressive. Passive-aggressive is like you're secretly having a problem with someone and you don't tell anyone about it. But then you just make sarcastic backhand comments like, oh my god, like, I didn't tell you to do that.
Can you just read faster or something?
Like that. That you're like, no, I didn't tell you to put it there, but that's fine. And, like, you're secretly mad. And you don't want to tell the actual person because you're trying to pretend to be passive, which is someone who doesn't tell their feelings and you're trying to be nice.
It's very nice.
But you just end up saying sarcastic backhand comments, and I have done that a multitude of times towards mainly our mom, sadly, when she's gotten me ticked off and I want to say my true feelings. I'm like, okay, like, you tell me to stack them. Like, that's my wife and me. Perfectly characterizes us.
But our mom is also passive-aggressive.
Yes. And I really don't want to go down her loophole, but I've been getting a lot better. Like, I feel like I'm now sort of falling into only aggressive, and in the standpoint, I'm nice most of the time. Like, most of the time, people don't really have a big issue with me, but when I get mad, I quickly become aggressive and derogatory. When I'm mad, I'll yell, I'll scream, my wife will cuss, and sometimes I will, by the standpoint of the little paper I signed, which is not good. But like, I don't know, like I get mad and I would have an explosive reaction rather than a calm, clear, and collected response to the
anger.
Yeah, to the thing that's making me angry or the person that's making me angry. I'll blow up instead of just physically handling it like an assertive person would. So instead of like, hey, like, can we talk? Like,
about this song,
I am feeling very frustrated when you ignore me or I don't know, fart a lot like Tucker does. I would appreciate it if you would if you have to fart out in the hallway. I don't know.
What?
Or warn me.
Well, I'm not going to warn you when Tucker's about to fart.
Oh no! Like, oh my god, Tucker's about to fart. Make way!
Okay. Off topic.
I'm just kidding. But like, I would say, oh my god, like, stop farting. Like, it stinks so bad. Like that. Like, I would get explosive. Like, we've had horrible experiences with Tucker's fart in the past days. You don't want to know.
No, she discussed about it.
They smell rancid.
Oh.
We'll leave it like that.
Anyway. And so, like, Doc mainly has a passive-aggressive and assertive type, where she gets I
talk about Tucker's rancid farts all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but she gets mad and angry a lot. And, like, to me, who's a passive and assertive person, I'll be like, I'll try and, like, I won't correct her on it until months later when I'm being assertive about it.
You won't correct about me on my rancid farts?
Yeah, or I will try to be assertive and, like, discuss, like, hey, Doc, like,
stop making rancid farts.
No, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but I would just say, Doc, hey, like, instead of yelling at me and cussing me out and acting like a dynamic demon about one song.
That's my wife.
Can you please just let me do songs first? Like in a more assertive way than that example.
So we just mainly wanted to talk about like our passive and assertive side, and like some stories. Like if Donny has any stories saved up, or I have stories saved up, I don't know.
Like some sweet moments or like mean moments with me.
Yeah.
You can write me out.
So one thing I like about Donny, we're gonna do the likes first, is when we're having like a rough day, like that one time, actually quite a little bad, like November 22nd this year, we had a bad case of like diarrhea and we just like randomly got sick and we had to take a day off, and he like texted me, oh, I have a surprise for you, and everything. I was like, oh, like, you know, that's actually was really sweet. I love the text you replied back. I know. I was like, oh, like, you know, I'm so grateful for you, because I am, because most people like wouldn't treat me with that type of respect, and I am very grateful for it. And of course I don't say it often, and sometimes, you know, I wish I would, but when I was just having a bad case of diarrhea and I wasn't like feeling the greatest that day, but got some work done, like, he just sent me a text, you know, I have a surprise for you, and that day he gave me like 2 little cherries, but they were sweet, and it was sweet.
Not like dust cherries, but like
he gave me things that were like sweet treats, and he knows I love, so it was sweet because, you know, I was sick and he didn't really have to go out of his way to get those sweet treats, but he didn't, and he didn't even have to share them, but he did. So one thing I like about Donny is that he is caring and is willing to go out of his way to give a person like kind loving, even if he's had the crappiest day in the world. Now second thing, hate is a big word. I dislike or get aggravated of.
Yep.
When
I don't know why I said yep like that. Okay.
I'll watch it right after the podcast. I can find so many ideas. Not like that I have so many pet peeves. There's some.
I have a couple, but like not a lot. More than you would not think.
What do I not like? I don't know.
You have to dislike something about me.
Maybe like when I've already had like an annoying day and you're slightly getting mad, and then we end up having both autism meltdowns or like a really bad day because both of us were mad. I'm trying to think of ideas. Like, there's a lot of things that you don't really do, but like I would seem
I do a lot of it.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm really eager to read you something and you like don't want to listen to that bit after I've read to you for an hour. Ignore that fact though. Like, but when I want to read something that I've just written and I'm really proud of the writing bit, he's gonna say, "Did you read it later, Doc?" And my eye just slightly twitches. We got called. This is a common practice.
We're back in here again.
Alright, I think I was talking about like how he wants to write or something.
Yeah.
He wants to. God no, he gets annoyed at writing.
I
hate how I actually hate when sometimes he's like trying to write something and he becomes he's so self-assured. He's just like, what's the matter? I'm just sitting there like, what are you doing? Like, you physically see my... Oh, damn it. Spell!
My phone sucks.
Just like... I'm just sitting there in like a good 20 minutes of silence. Are you okay? Oh, I got something written. Check. Is that a paragraph?
Yeah, anyway, my writing skills suck. Move on.
Well, that's I think that's it. Or when he gives like some backhand like rude compliment, like when I just like laugh weird, he's like, I'm like,
you
how
mean
dare you
regular friend walking?
Like, yeah, not really hate, just like I'm like,
yeah,
like Jesus.
Okay, so
Oh God.
the light part.
He's gonna have like lists and lists.
Yeah, okay. So the light part is, I like your.
Oh no.
That'd be generic.
Oh no. Like how your farts don't smell like raisins.
Oh my God. Shut up.
What? My farts really smell. I'm being serious.
No one need to know that. Anyway.
Tucker toots, you know.
Yeah, okay.
The room's gonna smell like gas for 10 minutes.
Okay. So, kind of the same thing she said, but I love her caring and compassion. Obviously, she has like some rude moments, like I do with her.
Some? I'm just kidding. Maybe.
But I really love her caring, sweet things, like the long talks we have.
Yeah.
We have them about every once a month or so, I don't know.
Sometimes we skip that month.
Yeah. But we have them for hours.
His anger more.
So we have them for hours and hours, and she would just be saying the sweetest things about me that I haven't heard in a really, really long time. And I really appreciate that because obviously my mental health gets super bad super quickly, and it's been in a horrid place
For the
last
past
couple
few
of
months.
Right now I've been in kind of a slump, especially, sorry, she does some weird slump hip thing, I don't know.
I did?
I don't know.
Can't move. My
And
hips.
obviously she makes a lot of jokes and makes me laugh all the damn time. But she's also like really sweet and kind, and some of the things that she says to me, my husband, and my like friends and everything is just beyond too kind. Like it's very kind and very lovely, and I love hearing that, and I really appreciate it. And she's always been supportive of me on my wedding day and on me adopting my son.
Which will come up later.
Yep. Topic. You'll learn more about that in a second. But I really love her kindness and compassion, and I really like her jokes. Dislike.
Okay. There's going to be a long list.
So I have some dislikes about her. Like
the podcast will go on for an hour.
Come on.
Just kidding.
The common things that friend groups really kind of agree upon. Interrupting. This is a big thing about it. It used to be much, 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 much worse in 2023. So about like a year and a half ago, whatever, I don't know.
That's way too short.
Yeah. But in early 2023 and late 2023, she was interrupting. Yeah, interrupting so bad. So me, I don't think some of y'all guys know this, but we started a podcast channel, which were not podcasts, and they were a disgrace to humanity. Y'all never watch them.
Oh my God.
Thank you. But then we used to create this 10-minute podcast.
I'll purposely put the link in the description so y'all can watch those.
Yeah, okay. But like, they were like 10-minute episodes that we would film every single day or every single week. The schedule was really not a schedule, and we would just talk about that day.
These aren't scheduled either.
I know. Okay. But like, we would just talk about subjects or whatever during the day, or like past things that we really wanted to get off our chest, like we kind of do now on videos and podcasts.
Yes.
I've always been the talkative type, if you can't tell. But there she go, mocking me right
now. No, that was me.
Okay, so Duck used to be interrupting, and she was always in the middle, and me and my sister were a biggest problem of the podcast. Like, not in burden wise, I'm just saying the person who she had a problem with the most. I'm going to go on a long rant. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Expect this podcast episode to actually be an hour.
Yeah.
He goes on a rant for, like, an hour.
Yep. Okay, so me and Doc were on the first episode. My sister didn't really join much after that episode.
He's talking about, like, the old podcast, SMA podcast.
Not this one. Oh, yeah, no. Oh.
I think even on this one I was interrupting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe the first couple, but, like, that was over a year ago.
Yes.
But me and my sister were on the, like, left or right side of her, and we were kind of, like...
They really spun the whole scene. Sorry. I'm sure I'm not funny. Me and my sister were on the left of her. I was like, okay. We were on the first episode to say that. Just kidding.
Okay, so this was the first time we had, like, little,
had a whiteboard?
Like, whiteboard with some text in the back.
That was poorly written. Like,
yeah, but we had a whiteboard, and we had the crappiest fucking camera on Earth. No
microphone. Today's edition is Pixel Edition. You get to see every pixel of our face when you zoom in. Have fun.
You don't see our face.
I accidentally put text.
Yeah. Okay. So Doc would we would talk about our daily discussions.
Hence why this text is in the middle, and it fits perfectly.
Yep. And so we would talk for 2 minutes, and obviously she would do the intro and everything and talk about her discussions first, which is fine, but then other people would try to talk. She wouldn't even do our pronouns right. She would call, okay, and this is it, and this is him, his name is Shane.
No, I wouldn't even say their name.
Yeah, basically doing the intro for us. Like, we couldn't even introduce our age, nor names, nor our fucking pronoun.
Oh my God. I can...
Okay, yeah, so he's trans.
Oh my God, that's
I'm a boy.
Mean. Well, that's not mean, but like,
yeah, well, I'm a man. I don't know.
A man.
Yeah, I'm a man.
God damn.
Anyway, she would just kind of do that, and then we would be discussing about whatever potato bean farts. I don't know what the fuck we were talking about.
We talked about pork and bean farts on here one day.
Yeah.
I want to know what that's about.
Was
that about the time Nicole ate a whole
anyway,
can of pork and beans and farted like crazy and blew up the bathroom?
All right. Anyway, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either.
But we basically like discussed and everything, and I would be me and my sister would be trying to get our opinion out, and obviously we were We were constantly interrupted. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And she would edit these on CapCut and get angry about them and, get angry at us as well while editing and while doing the podcast and interrupting while editing and during the podcast and during the thumbnail making process. Literally almost the setting up process, the filming process, the editing process, the discussing about it process, all interrupted by her the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
It'd be like a 2-hour one process to get it fully uploaded and everything. The filming for this one is just an hour alone.
Like, these are longer, but
These are half an hour or more.
if I had 10-minute episodes, good God, you'll see us so much more often on here.
Yeah.
But we average, in literally discussion-wise and having fun, like, at least half an hour episodes. Just averagely.
Yeah.
Like, we can never really make it 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so,
Just would be 2 to 3 of our episodes back then.
Yep. So basically the interrupting was a huge problem, and the other problem was she would put text in the back of the video or like on the top, like intro, like SMA VLOGS or whatever. Ironically, that's our channel name. But
You've always stood by that.
yep, she would just put it in the back or whatever, put it on top. And she says, or proclaims that she was editing for over an hour or 2
4
hours.
hours
Which I don't
one
know
day.
how the fuck.
Because, like, it was mainly exporting, and I think
Yeah,
the
and you
slowness-
wanted to do zooms.
Yep. If this zoomed in, it did like, all right, guys, bup, 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 bup. Every 1 second you see Donny, Donny.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so she would put the text, like, kind of like in the middle of the text that we have now. But,
Like this.
yep, the text
Like,
the text covered my face. Like, she didn't realize that after 2 hours of editing and exporting it and rewatching it and going through it to zoom in
Like, you didn't realize, like...
and doing the intro and doing the outro. She never noticed my face was completely, I think you saw my hair tips. My face was blocked off for the first episode of the podcast. That is not a good sign.
I don't know.
No, I think it was on the third.
No, I think it was on the 3rd or 4th.
I don't
can't
know.
remember.
It was just in one of those 30, 40 episodes we did, and
God damn.
it was just stupid. And every single episode on that channel, which was almost 50 episodes, was interrupted.
Are we
So-
even on the 3rd discussion?
No,
Good God.
and so that's one thing I dislike the most. Her interrupting, and also another thing is
God.
her anger. Like, her anger displays towards me. I've been dealing with this shit for like decades. Where her anger,
That
not
sounded so fake.
okay. Okay. But her anger towards me was wild. Let's just say that, because we'd be doing a simple. This fight happened recently.
Oh no.
Like, I think a couple
Don't
months
throw
ago.
me under the bus now.
Or whatever.
You
We were
will.
dealing with songs. And I proclaimed that. She's like, okay, Donny, I'm going to do my songs first since you already done them. What? Girl, I didn't even step up first. I was like, oh, no, Doctor, I didn't even do my songs yesterday. Oh, no.
You did.
She said, Donny, you already did your songs. No, I didn't. I just said,
When in the blue moon did I
Yeah.
do them?
I was like, Doc, no, I never stepped up on there. Like,
Is
I
it-
never went in your house to do a workout
Like-
or songs at all. Hold up. So you told you so I was interrupting. But, and then she replies back, like, saying, well, Donny, you already did songs, like, you did
It's
little
not
bits
me,
inside
baby.
of her head. Probably. It was like, Donny, you
I'm
already did.
hallucinating scenes now.
And I literally,
His face.
no, I literally just, like, was sitting there and I was like, Doc, you must be, I literally said, you must be hallucinating because I never went in your house last night. How could I could have done songs? And she was like, but you did them. I literally saw you pick out a song. What? Girl, I was in bed.
I was the best.
How the fuck did I pick out a song? I barely have any movement to begin with. And she was like, but no, Donny, you already did a song. Let me do my song first. And she got versatile very quickly. And I was like, but Doc, I never did them last night. Like, I can show you. And you see, this is the song you did last night. No, that's a song you stopped on last night.
I know, literally.
And she was just never agreeing. And obviously, I was way nicer than what I'm sounding like now
Yeah.
because I'm just rephrasing the thing that already happened months ago. And I was sitting there and I was like, Doc, oh my gosh, please let me do songs first. Like, you already done them. Why would I let you do them 3 times before I do them once? That's not fair.
Yeah, like, that's not fair at all. And I understand that now. But in that
Yeah.
moment of aggression, I did not.
Yeah. And obviously she was just making sarcastic comments like, oh, Donny, you're hallucinating. Oh, Donny, you don't remember. Oh, Donny, this is your fault again. The comments never stopped.
Literally.
In every single argument and fight we have, it never ends. And obviously I was like, you know what, I'm done. Just do your songs first. And she done her songs first and then realized days later saying, oh yeah, I guess you never did your songs. Yeah. So that was one, like, example where I don't like your aggression and anger. I have many more stories, but we'll just discuss them in a later podcast.
Yeah, we'll cut it at that.
Yep.
And now this is moments of Donny's patience, and I'll start to discuss on this. Donny is the one to hold a very high patience level. Like, it will take him a minute to get mad. Like, not a physical minute, but like a little while. Because, like, we could have the same thing happen to us, and we'll get mad within, like, minutes, or 2 minutes, you never know. Right, Donny, on the other hand, something could be happening, like, 3 days in a row, and he'll come home, and he'll say, well, today was a bad day, let's just play games, and have a fun day. I'm like, you're not mad? He's like, no, like, let's just chill. You know, I had a bad day, but let's just chill. And so we'll be chilling for a while, and then 3 days later, he's still going through the same hell, and he'll still
be happy, like, just kind of
hi, Dodge, like, what? Like, you're not mad? And, like, sure, he'll discuss to me how he is angry, but he'll say it in assertive, like these people have been picking on me, or Justin twerked in my face again. No, that's never, like, that has happened, but it hasn't happened literally recently.
For 15 months.
Like, he told me this.
Yeah.
He told me in front of my face to spread his butt cheeks. And that made me mad.
I literally was talking about that a couple days ago online.
Oh, we were talking about Amity's voice, the spot hole.
No, we're not. No. That's another conversation for another day.
No. Imagine if we just do that for, like, a Christmas episode. Guys, it's our first episode. Now it's time for Amity's voice, this butthole. Welcome back to your Christmas episode. Into the deep depths of a butthole.
Okay, please stop. Go back on subject. Sweetie, go back on subject.
We've now just left people with the biggest cliffhanger. I hope you guys enjoy.
What conversation?
What's booty hole?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. But, like, seriously, like, Donny will have the patience of a goddamn saint. I mean, you're like, ah! Here we are throwing things around because our phone lagged.
My friend's dog just died.
My friend's dog just died. My phone took an hour to delete one clip, and I'm fine.
My phone, like, blew up. My food almost caught fire in the microwave. My friend's dog died. And, you know, my phone was laggy, and my game kicked me out. That happened in less than 1 week.
That happened in 1 hour, but I'm all peachy.
Yeah.
But now...
No, I'm not kidding. Last week, my food almost caught fire in the microwave.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But now...
You can see that vlog.
Yeah. But now it is on to another topic. ALS Progression. As most of you know, we were still doing podcasts by the time we got diagnosed with ALS,
yep.
And I got diagnosed on May 27th of 2024, and Donny?
June 11th, 2024.
Yep. So we got diagnosed with ALS barely weeks apart. Weirdly enough, and we didn't plan it at all, but we got diagnosed with ALS. No, we got diagnosed with ALS, and it's basically called Lou Gehrig's disease after a famous baseball player who died from it, and he was just a worldwide known legend, and that's how really the disease got really found and was starting to get studied, I guess. So it just generally takes all your muscle and your function within 5 or 4 years generally, and so Donny is living for how many years?
20 months.
Yeah, 20 months, not even 2 years. I'm living for 4, but 50 months. So like 4 years and 2 months. So not that long, but because I'm in the standard progression range. So we wanted to kind of sort of discuss how our ALS has progressed since then. I'm pretty sure for mine, in the first episode that we discussed on ALS diagnosis, literally just called ALS diagnosis, I was like 3.5 arms, 10% lung function, and 5% head. That's not the case now. We're literally doing this 5 or 4 days after my half a year anniversary with ALS, and I am 3 head because every 3 months I lose a head, and it's been 2% knocked off me, so I am 3 head now, which basically means in about 2 more percent I'll need a head strap for every car ride. I do have one, but not for every car ride, and mainly just for comfort. Since my head does get weak and, like, my neck gets tired after I hold it up for too long for a long car ride. Fully acknowledging that there's a headrest behind me, it just, like, a head strap is better for me not to fully hold it up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I use it rarely. And then my arms have gone down about 0.6%, not any more faster than they should be. I am a 2.9% arms, which is crazy to me because I have always seen 3 ever since we started our channel. I've seen 4 when we started our channel, and then months in I saw 3.5, and for like a year I was seeing 3, and now I'm only seeing 2.9. So today, or a few days ago, marked my 2% journey. I have 9 more months.
Until just 2%.
Yep. Well, no. Yeah, till I become 1.9, or basically maybe 10 months to actually become in the ones.
Yep.
So, crazy to me how fast that's going to go away.
And your lung function is 9.
Yeah, so for almost a year, technically almost every single year, I'll see like a different arm percent, technically.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So my lungs have gone down to 9%, since every 5 months I lose the lung percent. Basically, you all can hear this in my ALS videos. I have 6 of them. Covering everything I've lost. So basically, I haven't been progressing any more faster than what my doctors believe I should be progressing with my slow progressing ALS. It's not like crazy slow where I'm barely losing anything, but it's slow enough to the point I'm not losing rapidly. You know, like William. Because he got diagnosed with ALS in August
Yep.
9th. Yeah. But Donny.
Okay, so when I started like my ALS video, I'm just going to tell you my strength. The beginning of my ALS diagnosis, which is going to hit half a year on December 11th, 2024, so next
Really
22
soon.
weeks.
Or like in the next 10 days.
Yes. Time's going by fast. But basically, pretty much, my strength in the beginning, I was 0.8 ounce arms, so even if I didn't have my spinal cord injury and whatever, my quadriplegic run, I would almost be like 0.2 arms today. So I would have lost my whole arms in 8 months anyway. But my beginning arms at my diagnosis was 0.8, my lung function was 5%, and my head function was 2%, and my legs and core were nothing. So my whole body strength was about 2.8% total. That's pretty much it. Now my strength now, I have 0 arms, I have 0 core, and 0 legs, and the remaining 10 days of 1% head, but on December 11th, I'll have 0% head, and get a head strap full time. I already have a super puff and everything, and my lung function will be 3, because of my quadriplegic injury bringing me down those digits.
Mm-hmm. So for me, my body strength in the beginning of my diagnosis was 8.5 because of 3.5 for my arms and my 5 for my head.
My total body strength now is 1.
Yeah. But for me, my body strength was 8.5 because of the 3.5 coming from my arms and my 5 for my head. And for me, my head makes a really, really big chunk of my body strength. So if you take that off, that contributes a lot. And now I am 5.9 because of my 2.9 arms and my 3 head. So I've gone down a lot, and it's crazy to me to think I am even in the 5% body strength. Really close to being, like, into 6. But, again, still in the 5s. And in the next 9 months, my head will be fully gone. So I'll see you guys in 9 months with a freaking head strap.
Yep.
And that's really it. Like, nothing really big topic. Like, we're okay, we're doing fine,
Yep.
We're progressing how we should with our
I feel
ALS.
fine.
Yeah, we feel fine. But I do notice more coughing fits.
I've been having a crick in my neck there.
Yeah. And
Sucks.
this morning, like, my voice was so gargly, and I was, like, like, coughing so much. And I've been noticing that way more since I hit 3 head. Because on November 27th, I hit 3 head, so it's been, like, a week.
And your lung function went down.
It's been, like, a week or, like, a few days after the anniversary. And so, ever since then, since I gotten 3 head, I've felt like, I don't know why, this 1% dip in breathing, and this 1% dip in head is like screwing me over and making me super coughy in the morning. So don't know what that's about. And they do know that my lungs are okay. They're not 8 because they would figure out something.
Oh, there's a notification. Hello. Boop. There we go.
Oh, the classic notifications are back. So now another thing is Donny's pacemaker surgery.
Yep.
And how he is healing.
Okay, so I'm here to discuss about this because it's really confusing.
It's about him.
I have a condition called spinal stenosis. This causes nerve pain and pressure on my spine. And in February 1st of 2018, I got my L5 paraplegic injury because of this, diagnosis and condition. It basically put nerve damage and pressure on my L5 to the point it shattered it. Yes. I was L5 complete.
And he was a paraplegic.
I was a paraplegic. So it's about to hit my 7-year paraplegic injury anniversary.
February?
Yep, February.
I
next
remember
year,
the month.
2025. So
wow.
About 2 to 3 more months away.
It's going to hit my 6th year, not because of spinal stenosis, from nerve damage and things, ALS, I don't know.
Yep. Okay, so...
You don't know the reason.
Yeah.
That sounded creepy.
Yeah, so my body strength, I had full core, full 20% arms, full 20% head, meaning 100%. My breathing was around like 100 or 90 or something like that. But my legs were affected. I could not feel my feet, my shins, and my knees at all. Like I had no sensation and no nothing. Like I couldn't feel hot or cold. But I could feel from the thigh up. Like from the top knee up. Like my thighs.
Complete. Nothing like messed up or
Nothing wrong,
anything.
nothing fizzy, nothing weird, nothing bad at all. And I did not need to use catheters or anything because, well, my injury was low enough that I only had to push extra harder when doing both things.
Yeah.
Pooping and peeing.
Number 1 or number 2.
Yeah. So that happened in 2018. But I went 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and now 2024 without nothing. No new spinal cord injuries and no new damage.
But he did go through more bladder damage because of spinal stenosis.
Yes. In September of 2023, yes, we put
Oddly enough.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's weird.
September of 2023, it had more pressure and built up and damage on my bladder, so I did start using catheters over a year ago, full time for every pee. And I started using them on and off since 2022, like barely for 1 month, and then use another catheter when my bladder was...
Basically me. Yeah.
When I was having trouble emptying my bladder by myself. I should have started using them more often, way longer ago than that, but it's just how life works.
For me, since I got my quadriplegic injury in 2021, I should have started using them about 3 years ago. But that never happened because we didn't have enough medical supplies, and we were just in a really bad state where no one knew about my quadriplegic injury, and which was horrible. I'm happy we do now.
Yep. Okay, so basically, spinal stenosis had been causing damage throughout my spine, in the thoracic, yep, and cervical region of my spine.
Yes.
Do
you want me to explain a little bit about cervical? Okay.
I had damage and no damage and kind of, not pain, just damage in those areas in my cervical, mainly at the C1 and C2 atlas. And basically over time it was degrading at these, and I used to get x-rays on my spine and everything just to see how I was doing with the spinal stenosis that eventually caused me my paraplegic injury in 2018. But in 2024, they started noticing more and more damage on my spine, and they realized that there was nothing they could do to fix it. Like, eventually my C1 and C2 were going to shatter. And almost my brainstem was affected, so
that's creepy.
That was very fucking horrifying. And that happened on September 1st of 2024. 3 months ago, I got my quadriplegic injury. And immediately on that day, all my breathing function went down from, it was originally 5% and went down to 4%. Thankfully, all my breathing wasn't gone because I would have died. And they said I needed to get a pacemaker surgery because, well, those 4% lungs could not handle very well, and they weren't as strong as 4 would say.
Yeah, and the C1 and the C2, basically the C5 and up of the cervical region controls your breathing from the peripheral nerve. I can't really say that well, but it's like a nerve that goes to the diaphragm and the SA node of the heart. So, like, if you get those damaged, your lungs and your diaphragm don't get the nerve or the signal to contract up and go into a dome shape.
So, I couldn't basically breathe in and out on my own, and my diaphragm was immediately paralyzed completely. And I had to get pacemaker surgery, which is a 7-hour complex surgery that the pacemaker goes around the lungs and heart.
A bit of the wires go into the SA node of the heart, which tell the lungs to inhale and exhale. I think some
form of pacemaker
delivers oxygen. Once again, I am so sorry. I'm not good at the heart at all. Do not count me on the heart. So, essentially, this surgery is a big old thing, a pacemaker box or machinery that makes your diaphragm and your lungs push up for you to inhale. And then
so basically, that function was gone. But they're like, Donny, you have a trach that is requiring 96% of your breathing supply. Right, that's good. That's why it does that.
But it wouldn't hold off for that function.
But it wouldn't hold off for that function and everything. That just helps me cough and get my secretions out, whatever. And just help me breathe better. And it's always done that since 2022 of August. But I'm just saying that the pacemaker was a really good route to go because my lungs were getting paralyzed more and more each hour that passed.
And since he has ALS, critical lung function starts. You literally, when you have ALS, you need a pacemaker at 3% because they only know that your lungs are going to decrease and your diaphragm is going to get more pacemaker. It's going to get more weaker. For me, my diaphragm is 91% paralyzed because of my quadriplegic injury. But my body physically has the physical function to breathe in and breathe out. I just need a tracheostomy and maybe a vent at night to help me breathe. But once at 3%, my lungs will start losing that elasticity that the diaphragm holds and won't breathe in like I can.
So,
but I have to think about it.
My diaphragm is 97% paralyzed and will become fully paralyzed and I will be dead. Even with the pacemaker on February of 2026. But if my ALS stops, I'll forever still have the pacemaker and trach and all the medical supplies I already have now. Even if ALS stops, I'm fucked because my strength is super bad. Basically, a C1 and C2 vertebrae, complete spinal cord injury, quadriplegic, basically affects my sensation from, if you see my ears, from the back, the top ear down is where I cannot feel from the back side of my head. And I got really lucky in the front.
There was a crumb on the screen, sorry.
I got really lucky in the front with sensation. My mid-amplitude down is where I cannot feel from the front. But I can feel the front part of my face and my ears and whatever, and half my throat or neck. But I cannot feel anything else, nor hot, cold, not tingling, nothing. I can feel internally like nerve pain and just regular pain.
Like stomach discomfort or whatever.
So I can feel things like that, but my sensation sucks, my breathing sucks, and that's why I got a pacemaker. I'm doing wonderful. My scar is healing very nicely. I had a 4-day coma, I was intubated for 4 days to heal and give my body the rest it needed. And then I was
A-okay.
Yeah, I was A-okay on September 5th, so almost 3 months ago I woke up from the coma. But I will have
December 5th will hit 3 months.
I will have the surgery in next September, so 9 months or whatever. So, I'm doing well and I'm recovering nicely. And reason why my injury was caused by that was spinal stenosis.
Yep. So I don't have to worry about a pacemaker for quite a while. Because I have good lungs. For me.
Better lungs.
No, for an able-bodied, oh crap, no, you're dying. If I had my trach out, I have to think about every breath, and if I thought about every breath, I could only barely survive 90 minutes. I'm not surviving long.
Surviving 30 minutes.
If you even could
I'll
think
die,
of,
though.
Yeah, if you even could think about your breathing for 90 minutes.
Yep.
Which most likely isn't.
And then you'll die.
So now, completely off surgery and completely off discussion, Donny's new child. Like, he had a child.
Yep. So, me and my husband were thinking about this for a while. Probably since, like, a couple months ago. Like, around August or June. So, like, 5 or 6 months now. We were thinking about adopting a child. Because, obviously, we're 2 males. We can't have sex. I mean, we can have sex, but, like, we can't have sex and birth
Get a baby.
child.
Like, birth a child.
Maybe I can do that with my wife, but she doesn't really want to have a child. And I respect her wishes very well.
And he respects your decision.
Oh, yeah. I don't really mind. It's okay. But I knew I wanted to become a dad at some point, and on October 16th of 2024, we adopted a child named Ethan. He's 5 years old, and he has cerebral palsy and epilepsy and autism. So he has a lot more movement than me. But he's awesome. He's lovely.
Yes.
He's 5 years old, you know. His birthday is either on, I keep forgetting the date, sorry. But I think it's on April 12th or April 13th of 2025 that he'll turn 6 years old. And he's starting first grade in August of 2025.
Yay!
So he's graduating kindergarten in June while I'm graduating college.
So
he's lovely and awesome. And yes, he can walk a little bit with a stabilizer, like
on
standing device.
On December 16th, y'all will have him
2 months.
for only 2 months?
Yeah.
I thought it would be 3.
No. We had him in October.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
It's almost 2 months with him, and we love him, and he's
only
awesome.
15 days away.
Yes, I'm so excited. But he's awesome, and I really have no words to describe
He's a sweet kid.
because I love him having him in my life. Because,
Aww.
like, on the first day...
He loves to give William cuddles, like, 24/7.
Oh, yeah, he's cuddling him right now. Yeah, like... He can cuddle against me, but like sometimes I'm on chemo on Fridays, and I'm often in my wheelchair, and it's so hard to cuddle me in my wheelchair.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Since Donny has to drive,
I have like
and
soup and puffs and things in my way, and obviously he cuddles me
whenever
I'm
Donny's
out
out of his chair, but that's not often.
That's not often. Because my chair is my comfortable spot. I'll get pressure sores and other things if I'm not in an area where that's
and your wheelchair is the most mobility you do have.
Yes, and it allows me to drive around
Yes.
and actually be active because I cannot move a limb when I'm out of my wheelchair.
No.
Like, I can't turn my head, can't move my thumb.
I can't really physically move a limb when I'm out of my chair either.
So, but on the first day of adoption, which was on October 16th, but we watched tornado videos and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of a fascination, and I brought him, like, from college, I brought him a bunch of chips and, like, Dr. Pepper and some Jolly Ranchers. That's not the healthiest diet, but
it's just sweet treat.
Yeah, but he enjoyed them and he loves them. He has actually some Jolly Ranchers right now. But, like, he's not eating them right now, but he's just chilling. He's really quiet. He stims. He just plays games with me on my phone. Like, we battle together on Pokemon and stuff like that. And,
like Pokemon.
Yeah, we're both nerds for, like, Pokemon and everything. And he's just an awesome companion and buddy to take care of. And he goes to kindergarten every Tuesday and Friday, so he goes to school twice a week because he can't really handle no more. Like, he gets oftentimes overwhelmed and everything. His autism thing, I know he will get better at that. He goes, physical therapy and occupational therapy and everything. We don't really film that. It's just him working on skills at school, and we're not really allowed to film that. But we are very happy, and he is a great addition to our life, and I love you, buddy.
For me, my first son I ever adopted, I have 5 children, originally had 6, because, everyone knows the big old situation. Sadly, my son Zach passed away January 1st, 2023, almost a year.
2024.
Sorry, 2024.
That's how fast time moved on.
Oh, God. And it's been, like, almost a year, so, which sucks. But my first son that I ever adopted is named Andrew. Andy or Andrew, those are both of his names. His original name is Andrew, but his biological mom called him Andy. Most people don't know that. Actually, so that Andy, like, his other name. But he was 5 when we adopted him, ironically. And he grows, like, 13 to 12 years a year.
My son just grows 1.
Yep. So way faster than Donny's son.
I'm happy he doesn't grow fast.
Oh, yeah. And so my son, when he came into our house, he was completely nonverbal. He was almost completely paralyzed. Like, he could move, but he was in a locked-in state.
Yeah.
He is missing half of his leg, so he has, like, little nubs.
Amputee like me.
And he is missing one of his hands, so he only has, like, an arm bit. So he's a multiple amputee.
He's a quadriplegic amputee.
His biological mother said he was born with that, so he basically had, like, conditions that made him his limbs didn't form right at birth in the womb, so that's why he's an amputee. He didn't have to get amputated like as a child or anything. He was born as an amputee, and that did prohibit his walking and things. But he was able enough to get prosthetics. But then again, he walks actually better without prosthetics, surprisingly. But when he came to our household, he was blind completely because he had I keep forgetting the condition he had, Norris disease, I think.
Yeah, I think.
No, not Battens. Oh, good God, no. Norris disease or something. That's the reason why he was blind. And we had helped him so much get into recovery, because now he's able to walk. He can't talk still, but he's able to really give the camera a big smile. And he's like 32 now. Crazy. And we adopted him May 16th, 2022. So May 16th.
Almost 3 years ago.
Yes, May 16th of 2025. 3 years old, buddy. Crazy to me. So he can see. He's still 50 to 35% blind. I keep forgetting. I think he is 35% blind, but that's a way better decrease from 100%. So he can see our faces, but then again, he still sees us like pixely or blurry. But he can see our faces and hear us better because he has hearing aids and things. So
he's been doing amazing.
Yeah, all in all, he's been doing great. He goes to college with our son Andy. Surprisingly, how weird is that? Our original son Andrew, his nickname from his biological mom is Andy, and our second son is named Andy. Weird. That's why we just call him Andrew and we call him Andy. So Andy is our other son. He has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, very rare condition for females to get, and males are more common to get it, but pretty in the muscular dystrophy spectrum. And so they both go to college every single day and come home for the weekend.
She just has 5 kiddos.
Yep. And basically all of them go to college 5 days a week. My daughter, however, goes on an alternative schedule. She goes Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday.
So 3 days a week.
And then has the weekends off. So yeah. That's it. And now, how our YouTube channel is doing. We want to discuss this because we've had some blowing up videos recently. One that you might see.
Just yesterday.
Literally just yesterday. Well, a few days ago. Sorry. So on November 27th, I uploaded my ALS Progression video in 6 months. And as of reading that video so far, it has over 130 views. What does it say?
This is a YouTuber that uploaded.
Oh.
I'm excited about.
So, on, November 27th, we had...
anyway, go ahead.
So, on November 27th, I had, oh my god, he was watching a video and I was messing with my head.
Sorry.
I had uploaded a video, and about my ALS, and as of right now, it has over 130 views, and if you look on my ALS playlist, there are a multitude of videos, like 3 videos in a row that have 40, 170, and 100. So those are just some videos. But the most recent trend that we've been seeing is 100 view videos every few months. And a recent video that's blowing up like a few months ago is Miss Monty's baby. Miss Monty, my teacher, went on maternity leave, and she had her baby, and she was suspected September 13th, and so she had the baby, and he was only 1 month old by that video, and now he's like 4 or 5, I don't know.
No, 3 months.
4 or 5, I think. And so, crazy me how that little boy is. And he, that video blown up and almost has like 300, or
it's
has
312.
Yeah, has 312 views. More than
as of currently.
Yeah, as of currently. So 312 freaking views that video it has. Oh my god, that's a really popular video. Our most popular video is barely
450.
Yeah, 450. Oh my god. So our channel has been getting really popular in the past few months, and we just thought we'd discuss that. We don't know why. We've been producing, I guess, better edited videos in my standpoint, because I worked really hard on those. I hope you all view them. Not as in support give me views, like, as in, just please try and support my work. Like, I put a lot of work in it. And now, what we're excited about Christmas, and the festive podcast episodes might come back. As you guys know.
But I'm going to do this quick. I'm excited that it's going to be a calm Christmas. We're all going to play a
family game.
I don't know what game, though. It's a surprise. With a bunch of little, like, cute surprises or whatever. Like, kind of like the gnome game we filmed
a year ago.
last year.
Like last year.
Yeah.
Close to a year.
Yes.
24 days away.
Mm-hmm.
How is Christmas that close?
Yep, 3 weeks away.
Wow.
Oh, God. That's a crime.
Wow, that's crazy.
But, basically, just excited to play the game, and we're only getting a couple of gifts this year instead of, like, the whole bunch that falls in the Christmas tree. But I'm excited about that because the gifts are the things I actually want and enjoy. So, I'm just excited for Christmas alone, and everyone being so happy, hopefully.
So, what I'm excited about is Poppy and Bobby's. We go to their house, and we have this big old potluck breakfast thing, and it's so good.
It was so good last time.
It's so good, and I love their pot roast things, and like everything they cook is so amazing. And then I'm also excited about Christmas and the fun festivities that we'll celebrate with family and friends, especially more calmer ones, so Mom won't be as stressed, which is amazing. We discussed this in a recent YouTube video. You can go see it. And then now, festive episodes might be back. As you all know, last December, on December 20th, we started these things called festive podcast episodes. Basically where we upload a podcast episode every single day for 5 days, the days leading up to Christmas. We cannot do every single day of December. That would just kill us.
No.
But no, we do these festive episodes, and we did them last year, like 5 days, started them on December 20th, ended them December 25th, or most likely ended them on Christmas Eve, and then done a special Christmas live stream the day of Christmas.
Yep.
And so, that's fun. It was fun, but we were burnt out, so hopefully if we take a break, most of
pneumonia again.
Yeah. We were, originally before those Christmas episodes, we were pumping out podcasts like lightning beast. And now most of you guys know we're not. So we're hopefully going to give December a break. Like, we're filming this episode December 1st. We're going to bring you
release more on December 20th.
Yeah. And, like, December 1st is when we're filming this. So y'all get a special podcast in December after 5 almost months being gone.
Literally 2 days away.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We were just burnt out. And we're going to try and take it easy this December, because again, a lot of stuff.
See what happens.
Yeah, a lot of stuff goes on in December. I have my ceremony in 2 days. Oh my God, I'm terrified. And then not terrified, terrified and super excited.
Just like excited.
And we'll probably tell you all that after it.
Yeah,
I don't know. So we're gonna try and take it easy this December on these episodes, and then hopefully on December 20th, you all get to say hi to us and get to see all our podcast episodes for 5 days in a row, or 4, and then you get to see a special Christmas live stream. We never go live in a goddamn blue moon. So enjoy next Christmas. We're gonna have our second live stream. Just kidding. We have more than 2. But we're gonna take it easy, and we're gonna hopefully see you all on December 20th again, 19 days from now. And we'll just say hi and things, and we'll have some funny conversations and stories to tell you all on those things. Probably stories you've never heard, or the better introduction to stories you have heard.
Yep.
Now, getting up close, we had the microphone in a weird setup. We hope it was okay for you all. Just to put easier strain in our mouth. My mouth is already tired. Like, I have to
pee.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Hurry up. I'm just kidding.
It's alright, I'm not gonna have an accident. I'm good.
So, we want to thank you all for watching this podcast. We've been gone for a few months. So, we want to thank you all for watching this podcast. And from there, we're signing off. Bye.